Welcome back to another explainer, where we basically take a giant magnifying glass to the fine print of personal finance. Today, we're putting the IndianOil RBL bank credit card under the microscope. Now, if you drive regularly, you've probably seen ads for these fuel cards promising massive savings at the pump, right? But are they actually worth taking up a slot in your wallet? Well, we are about to cut straight through all that marketing fluff, lay out the cold hard numbers, and see exactly how much you can really save with this highly specific fuel-focused card.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the card overview and who it's targeting. Then we'll hit fees and welcome benefits, how to actually earn and redeem those reward points, and the missing perks you absolutely need to note. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with the final pros and cons.
Kicking things off with Section 1, Card Overview and Target.
Right off the bat, you need to know that the IndianOil RBL Bank credit card is very much an entry-level card. So this isn't some flashy premium lifestyle card. It's essentially a utility tool, explicitly designed for one primary purpose, and that is everyday fuel savings at Indian Oil outlets. If you're currently shopping around for your very first credit card, its accessible tier makes it a genuinely strong contender to get your foot in the door, build up your credit score, all while focusing on an everyday expense you literally can't avoid.
So, who is this card actually built for? Well, it's pretty much tailor-made for everyday commuters and budget-conscious drivers who just want to shave a little bit off their monthly petrol bills. Like I said, it's highly accessible for first-time credit card users. But the really fantastic feature here is that it's issued on the RuPay network. And that's a real game changer because it means you can link it directly to your favorite UPI apps. For those quick, small payments at the corner shop or, just scanning a QR code on the go, this card acts just like a digital wallet, which is incredibly convenient.
Moving right along to Section 2, Fees and Welcome Benefits. This is where we look at your upfront commitments.
Let's look at the immediate give and take. Getting your hands on this card is going to cost you a joining and renewal fee of 500 rupees, plus your standard 18% GST. However, upon joining, you do get a nice little welcome gift of 1,000 fuel points, and as we'll see in just a minute when we break down the math on point values, that welcome gift essentially offsets your first-year fee, so it kind of gets you started on neutral ground.
But here's the absolute crucial point you want to remember. 1.75 lakh rupees. Think of this as your annual progress bar. If you can spend this exact amount, 1,75,000 rupees, across the entire year, RBL Bank completely waives that 500 rupee renewal fee for the following year. It's basically their way of incentivizing you to make this your primary daily card. Hit that target and the card effectively becomes completely free to hold.
Now, we absolutely have to talk about the penalties, because transparency is key here. If you don't pay your balance in full every single month, you're looking at interest rates ranging from 2.5% to a pretty steep 3.99% per month. And if you use this card at an ATM to withdraw cash, which, pro tip, you should really avoid doing, you'll be hit with a cash advance fee of 2.5% of the amount, or a minimum of 500 rupees. Always aim to clear your dues completely to avoid these wealth-draining charges.
All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, Earning Your Reward Points. This is how the card actually goes to work for you every day. The contrast here is honestly massive. When you swipe this card at Indian Oil fuel stations, you earn a highly accelerated 10 fuel points for every 100 rupees spent. That's effectively a 5% reward rate, which is frankly fantastic for an entry-level card. But for literally any other eligible shopping, dining, or groceries, the reward rate absolutely plummets to just 1 fuel point per 100 rupees. So that tells us immediately, use this card at the pump, for sure, but you're probably going to want to pull out a different card for your groceries.
Now, this is where you really need to pay attention. There is a strict, hard monthly cap. No matter how much you drive, the absolute maximum you can earn on fuel purchases is 1,000 fuel points per month. If you're a long-haul driver or maybe you manage a family with multiple cars, once you hit that 1,000-point ceiling, your earning completely stops for the rest of the month. This cap is without a doubt the most critical limitation of the entire card.
So, what does that cap actually mean for your wallet in the real world? Let's translate those points into hard currency. 1,000 points equals exactly 500 rupees in real value. That means your maximum direct fuel reward savings are hard capped at 500 rupees a month. On top of that, you do get a 1% fuel surcharge waiver, which is pretty standard, but definitely helpful to negate that annoying extra fee usually slapped on credit card fuel purchases. Now, earning points is great and all, but let's jump into Section 4, how to redeem points, because your points are practically useless until you actually spend them. Let's make the math super easy. Step 1, note the fixed value. Every single fuel point you earn is worth precisely 50 paise, or half a rupee. Step 2, visit literally any participating Indian Oil station.
And step 3, just tell the attendant you want to redeem your points, and they can directly apply that value to pay for the fuel going straight into your tank. It's a very straightforward, simple, closed-loop system.
But wait, we have a pretty major hidden cost alert here. Every single time you decide to cash out and redeem those points, RBL Bank is going to charge you a rewards redemption fee of 99 rupees plus GST. Think about it. If you're only saving 500 rupees a month, losing over 100 rupees just to claim your savings is a massive chunk of your overall value completely gone. It heavily incentivizes you to hoard your points and redeem them in one big batch rather than doing it every single month.
Also, just a quick definition to keep in mind if you ever travel. Foreign currency markup. This is simply an extra 3.5% fee charged by the bank whenever you buy something in a non-Indian currency. Think tapping your card at a cafe in Dubai or buying software in US dollars online. Because of this 3.5% fee, this is definitely not the card you want to take with you on an international vacation.
And that brings us to Section 5, Missing Perks to Note, because honestly, it's just as important to know what you aren't getting.
The list of absent features here is pretty long. You do not get domestic or international airport lounge access. There are absolutely no buy one get one movie tickets, no dining discounts, and zero travel or insurance benefits. Furthermore, the source material doesn't even specify strict age or income brackets, which again really hints at its very basic entry-level nature. This card essentially strips away all the lifestyle fluff to focus entirely, 100% on fuel.
Let's pull all this data together in Section 6, Final Pros and Cons.
All right, let's lay out the overall financial breakdown. On the plus side, you can save up to 6,000 rupees a year on fuel. You get the incredible convenience of UPI payments via RuPay, and the 500 rupee fee is highly affordable. But on the downside, your savings are aggressively bottlenecked by that strict 1,000 points per month cap. Whenever you do redeem, you're hit with that incredibly frustrating 99 rupee plus GST fee, and the card is practically dead weight for non-fuel shopping because of that super low 1% reward rate.
I really want to emphasize this specific number, 6,000 rupees. If you max out your fuel cap every single month, 500 rupees times 12 months, it equals exactly 6,000 rupees. That is the absolute mathematical ceiling of what this card can do for you in a year regarding direct fuel rewards. So what's our final verdict based on all the data we just crunched? Well, the IndianOil RBL Bank credit card is a highly focused, effective utility card for budget commuters who fill up exclusively at IndianOil. If you just want a cheap secondary card to leave in your car's glove box just for petrol, and you love that RuPay UPI feature, it totally works. But as a primary everyday lifestyle card, it's just far too limited outside the fuel pump. I'm going to leave you with this final thought to analyze against your own personal finances. Take a close look at your monthly petrol bills. Is a 500 rupee monthly fuel savings cap actually enough for your specific daily commute, or do you need a card with a much higher ceiling? Thank you so much for joining this explainer. Keep your finances sharp, and we will see you next time.